We live in an innovative world. Around every corner of the globe, you'll find creative minds, dreamers, rocket scientists, future CEOs, and businessmen and women. One thing all of these people have in common is that when they were young, they experienced a lesson plan that ignited a fire to learn. Today we're going to talk about creating a preschool lesson plan that gets kids excited to start learning about the world around them. These lesson plans right now are intended for ages 3 and 4, so we're engaging our smallest minds to really think big and get excited about the world around them. Lesson planning does not have to be complicated. It can be broken down into 5 simple steps. Okay? You choose a theme, you choose a book, you choose a subject, you pick an activity, and you follow through. So breaking it down, we have step 1, choosing your theme for your lesson plan. A theme is your broad subject that you're going to pick for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Typically, I like to stick with a week. It's a broad subject, and each day you create a specific lesson plan for that theme. I like to pick lesson plans that have to do with the time of year, maybe the month that you're in, maybe the season that you're in, something that makes sense. So seeing as it's April and it's pretty gloomy outside, we're going to go with a rain theme today. Okay? A rain theme is our broad subject for this lesson plan. Once you've decided on a theme, you move on to step 2. Step 2 is choosing a book for your lesson plan. Books are so important for learning. That's why parents read to their infants before they can even talk, why a lot of OBGYNs tell pregnant women to read to their children while in utero. Getting kids excited and passionate about reading starts at a very young age, so it's important that every lesson plan has a book tied along with it. So we've decided on our rain theme. Now we're picking a book. This book is called Peep and Ducky's Rainy Day. When picking a book, it's important to stick to your broad theme, but what's an added bonus is if you can find books with underlying messages that kids can also learn from. For example, this book not only is about rain, but it's also about 2 friends being creative together. They don't need electronics to have fun. They don't need mom or dad making sure to give them step-by-step instructions on what to do for the day. They just explore the world around them and experience a lot of fun together. So choosing your book is step 2. Step 3 after you've chosen your book is to choose a subject. Now you might be asking yourself, isn't rain our subject? No, there is a distinct difference between a theme and a subject. Your theme is just a broad topic, okay? A subject is kind of like subjects in school. It's what you're narrowing in on for that lesson plan, the type of learning that you want them to engage in. So maybe one lesson plan has to do with arts and crafts. You really want them to focus on art. Maybe you're working on music and movement. You could also work on mathematics. For our lesson plan today, I want to work on science. So we are going to tie in with our book a scientific activity that goes along with our broad topic, our theme of rain. Okay? So we've picked our subject. We have our book, all having to do with our theme of rain. The 4th step is choosing your activity, okay? This is the fun part. This is what the kids look forward to. Not saying they're not excited about their book, but the activity is really what's going to engage them. And like I said in the beginning, ignite that fire for learning. If you take nothing else from this tutorial, it's that a lesson plan needs to ignite a fire for learning. It's so important, and it starts when our children are young. So your 4th step is choosing your activity. This activity that we're going to do is super fun. You don't need a lot of parts. Make it easy for yourself. Don't find the first idea on Pinterest that involves 25 parts and is a huge mess, okay? So all you need is a clear cup, some water, a little shaving cream, blue water dyed with blue food coloring, and a medicine dispenser, okay? So what you do, this is your earth, this is your globe, okay? We're gonna dump some water in. The water represents our atmosphere, okay? So that water is not water, that water is our air, okay? it's important to let kids do these things, okay? I'm doing them now for the tutorial, but if I had kids surrounding me, they would be doing it, okay? I would be guiding them, I'd be keeping them safe, but they would really be taking the reins on this. That's what gets them engaged and excited, okay? You take your shaving cream, this is gonna create your cloud. You create a cloud in your atmosphere, okay? Make it come up a little bit, make it fun. So now we have our atmosphere and we have our cloud. It's cool to tie in specifics here. This is where kids are learning. Getting a 3-year-old to tell you that rain comes from a cumulus cloud is super fun. They feel really smart. They feel really entitled. They feel respected. We're engaging them. We're telling them that they can learn these things too. The next super fun thing we get to do is create our rain. Okay, so you use your medicine dispenser, you pick up some of your rain, and again, the kids are doing this. I'm not doing this, the kids are. And you're just going to start to put your rain right on into your clouds. Okay, now the rain begins to fall from the cloud. It's a little too thin. This is why you have your food dye right by you, because you can just go right in with the dye alone. Let it drip in, and slowly but surely the rain falls out of the cloud. You're teaching them things about the water cycle. You're teaching them things, and they don't even know they're learning it. You're tricking them into learning really, really, really awesome themes about the world around them. So that's your 4th step. That's your activity. But we are not done. We have our theme. We have our book. We have our activity. We have our subject. But the final step is your follow-up, okay? This is just trying to gauge what they've learned about throughout the day. It's asking them questions about what the cloud was doing. Did you notice in the book, were there any clouds in the book? Or did the clouds in the book look like the clouds in your experiment? You're helping them process what they were learning so they can remember it longer, okay? So in the lesson plan, again, there is 5 steps. You choose your theme. You pick a fun book. You pick a subject you want to narrow in on. You go for an awesome, simple, engaging activity, and finally you follow up. That's it. It's 5 simple steps that gets kids really excited about the world around them and gets them learning, igniting the fire to learn. Best of luck with the lesson planning in your life.